That's right, y'all. It's been a draining day, but it's been great. You see, I'm right here with the river. We on the river walk, and that right there is what they call, yeah, you see the color of it? That's right. That's a water cab, a water taxi. Chicago does it with style, y'all. So you see, they're getting ready to commute people from one part of the city to the next part of the city. That's what they do here. This is how it's done out here in the Chi-Town is no joke. They don't play around out here. And LA's downtown is cool, but it's nothing like this, y'all. So y'all looking at another episode of Dead Disaster, and y'all be sure to stay tuned because I got all kind of stuff for you. But I think I may have to go a little further down. But we're gonna go to commercials, and then we come back to the show in a minute. All right, y'all. And be sure to go to iTunes or Google Play and grab that free app so you can tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. Only here on the Disaster Network. And like I said, we are here in Chi-Town now, so we got a lot to do and a little time to do it in. I'll holler back in a minute. Peace. Wolf of hip-hop, my quest don't stop. Standing on your skeleton skulls, that's my backdrop. Lightning flashing, ocean waves crashing. I'm harassing with a tongue lashing for all your trucks passing. You get shot up for saying my name in passing. Body snatched, there'll be no casket. Head buried, body parts wrapped in plastic. Fingers spreaded over 4 freeways in traffic. It's a shame, your death is my classic. You get the point, I'm being sarcastic. Family asking what happened to get in your...
Having made its point, SCLC later paid the bill.
Soul power. Soul power. I am somebody. I am somebody. I may be uneducated, but I am somebody. I may be unemployed, but I am somebody. I may not have a...
Running a city consumed SCLC. No time to plan. No clear agenda. No new government programs. And then it began to rain.
Oh, it rained and rained and rained like, you know, all-night Georgia rain. And the place where we had built it ended up being like a 6-inch mud puddle. I mean, I was constantly in the mud.
Press coverage of the mud and discontent overshadowed the issue of poverty in America. 3,000 miles away, Robert Kennedy, one of the poor people's strongest allies, campaigned for the Democratic presidential nomination with strong support from Black and Hispanic voters.
But I don't think any of us can be satisfied in the United States until that war is brought to an honorable end and American soldiers are brought back here to the United States of America.
On the night of June 4th, Kennedy won a major victory in the California primary.
My thanks to all of you, and now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there. Thank you very much.
Moments later, Kennedy was shot.
please, immediately.
4 days after Kennedy's death, the train carrying his body made its way to Washington.
Robert Kennedy's assassination just brought everything to a halt. And I think we began to grieve about Martin in the context of Bobby Kennedy's assassination. Because Bobby Kennedy had been with us in Atlanta at Martin's funeral. And many of us began to see in him a hope for the future. We kind of transferred a little of our loyalty, a little of our trust, and a little of our hope to him. And now he was gone too.
In recognition of the Poor People's Campaign, the funeral procession was scheduled to stop at Resurrection City.
It started to rain, very light rainfall. At the foot of the Lincoln Memorial, there was a group of school children, because they had on midi blouses and skirts, I remember, and they were singing Battle Hymn of Republic. Oh, boy. And I looked and I saw the hearse coming along right in front at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial. People from Resurrection City started singing the battle hymn. I looked up and saw the pin spot on Lincoln's head, and above that was the moon. And it stopped raining. And they marched over the bridge into Arlington. It was one of the most dramatic, profoundly moving moments I've ever known in my life. I'll never forget.
People began to leave. The few left in Resurrection City tried to keep the campaign alive. Some in Congress called to close the city down.
The last days of Resurrection City were like being in the camp of a defeated army. I think the spirit went out of people. There were people there who had no place to go, people who had come to Washington, who had come to Resurrection City with a great deal of hope, and who had none left. It was literally the end of a major battle, the battle of the poor, and they'd lost.
Just 81 days after King was killed, Resurrection City was shut down.
The year 1968 was an extraordinarily difficult year. I mean, we lost Martin, we lost Bobby, and for those of us who were determined to carry on the legacy of Martin, it was a time to regroup and rethink and get up and figure out new strategies to build new paths toward the future, to deal with the issues of poverty and deal with the issues of race that were going to be ongoing, but clearly much more difficult.
One day, we will have to stand before the God of history, and we will talk in terms of things we've done. And it seems that I can hear the God of history saying, that was not enough, but I was hungry, and ye fed me not.
The bear whoop of hip-hop. My quest don't stop. Standing on your skeleton skulls, that's my backdrop. Lightning flashing, ocean waves crashing. I'm harassing with a tongue lashing for all your trucks passing. You're getting shot up for saying my name in passing. Body snatch, there'll be no casket. Head buried, body parts wrapped in plastic. Fingers spreaded over 4 freeways in traffic. It's a shame, your death is my classic. You get the point, I'm being sarcastic. Family asking what happened to getting your